Joanne will always be my hero, and you know, living day by day at her side, it just means the world to me. And sorry.
Yeah, perfect little baby from day one. I was frightened to death, obviously, being a first-time mum, but yeah, a lot of mornings I spent waiting for her to wake up so we could go out because she slept all the time. She was fantastic, you know, taking her milk and things like that. She was just everything that everybody kept saying to me, oh, this is going to happen, and that just never did. And she was just really the perfect little girl.
On the journey on the way home, the police rang me and asked me to pull over and just gave me a brief description of what had happened, but not everything. I pulled over and waited for them because they wanted to come and pick me up. I wasn't entirely sure why. At this point I was waiting for nearly half an hour, waiting for them to come and pick me up, and I couldn't get hold of anybody to try and give me any more information of what had happened to Millie. And when the police car arrived, they had to put me in the back of the car to ship me back to the northwest, and they had to tell me in the back of the car what had happened. So I learnt at that point that Millie had passed away, and I just spent the next 4 hours in bits in the back of a police car, and then eventually got to hospital and saw Joanne in a terrible, terrible state.
Dan and Joanne Thompson's lives changed forever when they lost their beautiful 9-month-old daughter Millie on October 23rd, 2012, when she choked on her lunch on her 3rd day at nursery.
Obviously, you can't imagine what we've been through. You don't even want to put yourself in those shoes. After Millie passed away, our life stopped. And I think for the first 3 months we kind of lived in our own world, and to be honest I don't remember a lot of what went on in those first few months. Everything stopped, our work stopped, our life stopped. We'd not just lost Millie, we'd lost our family, because you know, she was our only daughter.
They're very dedicated to the charity and what they're trying to do. When somebody has an emergency, an ambulance might take a few minutes to get there, and often those few minutes can mean the difference between life and death. And what they're doing really is saving lives and teaching people within the community what to do in the event of emergency.
Through their grief, Dan and Joanne made the decision to start a charity in their daughter's name that would make a difference to people's lives. Both Dan and Joanne gave up their jobs to retrain in first aid so that they could offer life-saving skills to parents, grandparents and carers to help ensure no family has to go through the pain they have suffered.
I don't know how I would cope if something happened to my children, and I think what they've done is amazing, to take that loss of Millie and put it into this amazing charity to help lots of other people. They have genuinely saved lives. As a paramedic and what I know and what I train in, you really do only have seconds or minutes to save someone's life, and they're giving people those vital skills to save their relatives, their loved one's life in those moments before an ambulance gets there.